let's talk today about the surfaces we're going to be using. Okay. I'm going to switch my camera here. Give me just a second. Let's add this on. I'm going to switch places. Okay. We're going to have some fun today. I'm really looking forward to this. Like I said, our workshop today is going to be, the theme is kind of treats, right? Treats. So let me show you the surfaces we're going to be working on. And all of this is featuring our You Napkin Bundle, which we still have some available. So if you're interested in that, that's awesome. Cheryl McCarson's going to be on here with me today, so she'll be posting some links. And some of you are going to think, what is she doing with these paper plates? Well, the first thing I want to tell you is these are not paper plates. These are, can you hear that? They're melamine plates. They're melamine plates that look like paper plates. And they are so fun to use as decorative surfaces. You guys are going to love how these turn out. They are super fun. We've been using them. We've been creating with them this summer in the Napkin Club. And these are going to be great for seasonal items. And the thing that I love about these, okay, first off is they're very, very durable. They're very durable, okay. We're going to talk today about using them decoratively, but then also using them functionally. We're also going to talk about how to make them food safe if you wanted to make them food safe, okay. So we're going to be talking about that. And then we're also going to talk about taking little drawstring bags like this, little canvas drawstring bags like this, and utilizing your scraps, like the leftover bits and pieces of your napkins, right? Obviously, with napkins, you're going to get 4 images, right, of everything on the napkin when you unfold it. So you're going to have some extras. Well, it is great for decorating little treat packaging like this. Okay, so this is going to be a lot of fun. Hey, Cheryl, there's Cheryl. She's in the comments right there. So melamine plates. So fun. We had so much fun with these this summer. And I just think they're going to be so cute. You're just going to love how easy these are too. Very easy to decorate, all the things. We are carrying them here in the shop. So anything I show you today, if you're interested in these surfaces, we have them available. Okay. Who's ready? Who's ready? Okay. I've already picked out a couple napkins that I want to use for these plates. So I'm going to show them to you here. I love this napkin. This is one of the napkins in the bundle. It's just so cute. Just boo. So cute. The cute little pumpkin and spider and the bat with the googly eyes. They're just adorable. And then this is another one that's one of my favorites in here. It's all treats, no tricks. All treats, no tricks. And that is pretty much the theme of our craft and chat today. Okay. You're decorating the drawstring bags for gift card holders. That's a great idea, Karen. Those little drawstring bags can be used for so many things. I mean, just so many things. All right, let's start with our big one here. And I'm going to change my screen here a little bit, but I want to make sure that you guys, hang on just a second. Let's get this camera down here a little bit, just like that. Okay. I want to make sure that you guys really listen up though today, because when we're working with something with napkin art, okay, when we're working with something with napkin art and we're using what we consider a non-porous surface, okay, and that's what these melamine plates are. They're a non-porous surface. I love them because they're not, look at it, they're not glossy, right? So our napkin art just blends in so beautifully with these. They're just amazing, okay? Now, when I'm doing any kind of napkin art on a non-porous surface, I use a different Mod Podge. I use this Mod Podge. It's Mod Podge Hard Coat, okay? It is going to be, it's going to make a big difference in how your napkin art turns out, okay? And I think you're going to like it a lot. It really works great for non-porous surfaces. So let's see, what is a non-porous surface? That could be glass. That could be plastic. That could be metal, right? And it definitely is this melamine, okay? This melamine, all right? So no, these are not paper plates. They're melamine plates made to look like a paper plate, which I think is just so charming and so cute. So that's the first difference I want to tell you. And when we're doing this project today, I'm going to use the hard coat. Okay. Going to use the hard coat. The other thing I want to tell you about this before we start napkinizing on this cute little melamine plate is that melamine on its own is dishwasher safe. However, when we put napkin art on it, we're not going to put this in the dishwasher. You will be able to wipe it clean, but you don't want to submerge it like into a sink full of soapy suds, right? It's going to be one of those that you can just kind of hand wash, but we don't really want to submerge it. So this is something you could just easily, wipe down to clean, okay? Now, if we napkinize this, okay, and we use our Mod Podge hard coat, all the things, Mod Podge in itself, any variety of Mod Podge, any type of Mod Podge is, let me get big for this, okay? Any type of Mod Podge, all right, is not considered food safe, okay? It's not considered food safe. So what does that mean? Well, that means if I decide to take this little boo plate and I like to put them on easels so they function as decor, but then if I want to use it to serve something on, I would need, if it's going to be something that's unwrapped, okay, if it's something unwrapped, let's say it's little finger sandwiches or I don't know, cookies or something, you'll want to have like just maybe an actual napkin underneath it, a paper towel, a paper doily, something like that, okay? So if it's wrapped, if it's candy, if it's treats, if it's candy bars, if it's stuff like that, it's completely fine, okay? That is completely fine, all right? I'm talking about actual food, right? Food, right? And I don't really think I'll be serving food on these. To me, if anything, I would just be using them maybe to serve treats, okay? For me, they're going to be more decorative than anything, okay? Now, there is a way to make your melamine plates food safe, okay? There is a way to do that. If you really, really plan to serve food directly onto it, all you have to do to make your plates food safe, and we did this in the Napkin Club this summer, is we have to apply some resin on the top of the plate. Once the resin is cured, it's about 48 hours, okay? Once it's cured, it's completely food safe. Okay. So there is, I just basically pretty much just kind of paint this on. It's almost like finger painting or kind of painting it on. It's just a nice thin coat. And we're not going to resin today, just so you know, we're not going to resin today. But if you are already in the Napkin Club and you want to learn about applying resin to your melamine plates, there is a workshop in there for that. Okay. So cured resin is food safe. Okay. So just going to get that out there right here in the very beginning. Okay. Yes, this is going to be so cute. All right. So let me change this. Deborah, I'm not a big fan of the dishwasher Mod Podge. And no, I still would not put those in the dishwasher. And here's the thing. Here's the reason why. Yes, they might be okay the first wash, the second wash, but after time, it's that heat from the dishwasher is not going to hold up. I mean, it's the seal that Mod Podge makes. It's just over time, it's not going to hold up. And I really want my pieces to last like a long, long time. So I'm fine with just wiping them clean. I'm fine with just a quick hand wash. Super easy, super fast. And then I just don't have to risk them not lasting as long as I would like them to last. Okay. I really, really am going to push you towards using the hard coat Mod Podge on non-porous surfaces for napkin art. Okay. All right. All of this is geared through the napkin art filter and me. All right. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and let's get started because this is going to be super fun. Let me go back to this screen right here. So I have already cut a square from my napkin here, but one thing I want to tell you is art resin, the resin that I just showed Stephanie, this resin, art resin, is food safe when it's cured. Okay. This one is food safe when it's cured, art resin. Okay. All right. So I don't like the straight lines. I don't like all the straight lines. So the first thing I'm going to do before I separate the napkins and all of the things here is and I love all these little kind of little black star burst effect things, whatever these are, little stars. So I'm going to come around them, but do you see how I'm just going to I'm going to lose anything that's a straight cut. Just going to kind of blend in here. I'm going to keep them all, but I'm going to get rid of my straight lines. Okay. We had so much fun working with these melamine plates. Oh, it was so much fun. We just got some trays back in, but they're not online yet. We haven't received them yet. There you go. Look how cute that's going to be. Okay. Well, hi, Tony. Good. I'm so glad you could be here. All right, here we go. I'm going to use, I'm just going to separate this napkin, and you can see this napkin's already actually separating on its own, which is great. That's why I like to cut them before I separate them, because sometimes it just makes it really easy. There are 3 plies here, so we need to take off all of these plies so our pretty tissue here doesn't try to lift, okay? So again, I'm going to be using my hard coat Mod Podge purple label, the purple label. I'm just going to dip into this one because I've got the other kind of Mod Podge in my my other little tart tray, tart tin. Okay, so watch what I'm going to do here. I'm going to just start putting my Mod Podge everywhere. I go ahead and just coat it everywhere. I don't want to see any, like stops or starts, any of that. And I don't exactly know, kind of where everything is going to wind up. I'm not trying to just fit it within the circle of the plate. And you're going to see that there's a little bit of a difference in the hard coat Mod Podge. It's a little thinner. It's a little thinner. It is so good, you guys, for glass, clear surfaces, plastic, metal. It is my favorite for that. So now you can see the reflection kind of with the lights. And now I'm just going to kind of position my napkin where I want it to be. Just kind of tap in place. Okay, I'm just going to kind of tap in place. And then I like using plastic wrap for these, plastic sheets for these. So I'm just going to lay this plastic right on here because I want it to be really smooth. Okay, I want it to be really smooth. Now you're going to see this tissue is really thin, so you're going to see some of the Mod Podge come up through the napkin tissue. Our white background is just going to blend in. And so I'm kind of working kind of on each little quadrant at a time here. Just take your finger right up into those grooves. If any of these little stars go up into kind of the grooves on the plate, just bring your finger up. What we're doing is we're basically helping this napkin tissue to conform and mold itself to our plate. And these are so cute. So I plan to use mine more so decoratively. They look so cute, and if you have a little area where you're doing your, have any treats, we set up sometimes like a little candy bar area um, with our Halloween stuff, because that's pretty much what Halloween is for us. It's just our grandkids love to dress up. It's all about the costumes and the candy. So make sure you do everything, go all the way around, because some of this you can't see where the white part of the napkin is anymore. And you're going to notice, you see this kind of white coming up through here? That is just the Mod Podge. That's the Mod Podge coming up through the tissue. So we're going to be really careful when we take this off. We're going to be very careful not to, just to gently peel it back, because a lot of this Mod Podge will have come up through that tissue. And that is what makes everything so nice and smooth. It's just going to look amazing. So now that we've got this part, okay, it really needs to dry for a minute on its own. Or if you want to use like your heat tool, you can use your heat tool. I'm actually just going to move it out of the way for a moment and work on my smaller plate here. So let's look at this one, because I love this napkin, but I'm not crazy about the outline, right? I don't want it to look like a napkin on a plate. So I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to lose this orange border. Okay, I'm just going to cut away this orange border. Now there is one small issue with this napkin. Not really, it's not an issue, it's easy. It's easy to work with. It's not a big issue. It's this star. Do you see how the star goes up on the orange? So I want to keep that whole star. I think that star is so cute. So I'm just going to come and be careful not to cut off the point of that star. So I'm just going to cut around it. Okay. Now, same thing, just like before, I'm going to come in and just kind of, I don't know, we'll call this like a loose fussy cut. Just get rid of some of that excess paper. And you guys, we can still sparkle these. We can still do pen work after we seal the napkin. We can sparkle them, which we absolutely are going to do, because Halloween should sparkle. Those kind of projects should sparkle. And again, these will be fine if you're serving something that's wrapped, right? Candy, these could become your candy dishes on Halloween night, however you want to use them. Put a little paper doily down if you're serving something that's unwrapped. If you decide you want to resin them, you can, using art resin. And then they will be food safe. It takes about 48 hours to cure. Or you can just use them decoratively. Look how cute that's going to be. Do you see? I love it because it's just going to blend right in with the plate. I know. I love this napkin too. I love it. I love it. I love it. So using my little lick and stick method here just to take off the plies. I believe all of the napkins in your bundle, I think all of them are 3-ply in this bundle, I believe. Okay, so I'm going to figure out exactly where I want to position this. Go back to my hard coat Mod Podge. super easy. This is so easy to do, you guys. Okay, so I'm going to kind of position this, let's say about right there. Again, just kind of tap in place. But I'm going to add something else. I kind of feel like I want to add something else. So I have some little scrap pieces here from another napkin, because that's the thing. You can come in and cut different pieces from your napkins if you want to. So I'm going to cut another little pumpkin here. And I'm going to put this pumpkin just kind of right up here, just for fun. There we go. Okay, I'm going to grab my plastic sheet. Now, for those of you, if you're wondering what these are, they're deli bakery plastic sheets. But you can use any plastic wrap that's in your kitchen. You can also cut like a sandwich baggie, cut it apart, cut it open where it's flat. You could use that. But if you want a really smooth finish, yeah, these plastic wrap, plastic sheets is the way to go. And it's just going to blend right in on the plate. I love it. Okay, peel this back. Love it. Isn't that just the cutest? They are so cute. Okay, we're going to switch places now. We're going to go back to the other plate. And let's see. I'm going to go ahead and pop this with just a little bit of heat here. Can you guys hear me okay? Yes, y'all need to get this bundle of napkins. So fun. It's just cute, fun. I think you're really going to like it. So now then, this is what we have to do. All right, you guys ready? We have to seal this. We have to seal this napkin. We have to seal this entire piece. So we're just going to go back with our hard coat. And again, I like to just go over the whole top of the plate. I don't ever do the bottom of the plate. I guess you could if you wanted to, but I don't. And it's nice and thin. I love this hard coat Mod Podge. Okay, now once this dries, then we can go in and we can do some pen work. We can add some sparkle. We can have some real fun with this. It's going to look kind of milky, but it's going to dry crystal clear. Let's come back over to this one. I just think these are so adorable. And the ones we made this summer were really cute. So if you wanted to, you could cover a whole plate with a napkin. But for these, like for holidays, for occasions, oh my gosh, I just think these are so cute to be decorative. And then you could also have them function for you as little trays, little treat trays. At some point, I really probably need to come on here and talk to y'all a little bit about art resin. I'm not going to resin these, but if you did, then you wouldn't have to worry and they would be food safe. Okay. That's good. Your black pumpkin sold. I'm not surprised, Carolyn, because they are so cute. Yeah, you can use your glaze pens. I probably will use my glaze pens today a little bit. that's completely up to you. Okay. Um, sorry about that. I got an itch in my throat. So let me get this one kind of dry. So we can do a little bit of pen work. Actually, you know what? Let's do this. Let's do this. I'm going to put these to the side so that they can just be drying on their own. Okay. And let's work on the treat bags. So I'm going to move these out of the way. That way they can dry on their own. And we're going to work on these little treat bags. Now, I have done treat bags before, and they are so fun, you guys. They're so, so fun. We have two different sizes here. We have a larger one. Obviously, that would be bigger to hold bigger treats. And then we have these smaller ones. Super, super cute. And so let's do, let me show you kind of on these, on the bigger ones. Let's do the bigger ones first. So I have two of each size here. So easy and so fun to do. So look, on this one, again, you're going to have extras of all these napkins, right? You have one napkin that will have 4 images on it. So whenever you get done creating whatever decor you plan to create, right? Whatever decor you plan to create, once you're done with that, then guess what? I would use all the rest of my napkins for treat packaging. That's usually what I do. Once I've finished any decor, anything that I want to make with it, whatever I have left, scraps included, I'm going to just turn these and use these for treat packaging. Now I'm doing these on these little canvas drawstring bags, but you guys, you could do these on paper bags. You could do this on little what are those little, like those little glassine bags. If you wanted to, they could be on paper sacks. I mean, they could really be on anything. Or maybe you want to make a tag or, you know, something. I don't know. But they look really, really cute. So I'm making sure that I can fit everything on here. So I'm going to have to cut a little bit off of this one. So these are the larger bags. And then this one right here, I'm going to go ahead and leave the orange border on this one. I think it looks cute. I'm going to leave the orange border. So what I would recommend for you to do on these is, this is just wax paper. Okay. Just cheapy wax paper. Okay. Cheapy wax paper. And just tear yourself a little bit of wax paper. These are a little thinner. And I'm just going to stick this wax paper right inside. Okay. I don't want to accidentally, you know, Mod Podge my bags together. I don't want that to happen. So I'm just going to stick some wax paper in here. And you could line these up and just knock these out in no time. So maybe you have a bestie, you know, maybe you want to give a special treat on Halloween to, I don't know, to your kid's teacher, to your boss, to your next door neighbor, or, you know, something like that. These are cute because, have y'all heard about like the boo? We've done this before, where you boo somebody. So basically how it works is, it has a cute little poem that goes with it that you could tie off of the little drawstrings up here. And so if you boo somebody, you fill this up with treats, you hang this on their doorknob, or if you're doing like it at work or something, you put it on their desk, and then they keep everything in it, and then they put something else in it and they boo someone else. And so the little boo bag just goes round and round. It might go around the neighborhood, it might go around your workplace, or wherever. But it's kind of fun. It's kind of it's the traveling boo bag. It's really cute idea, I think. All right, so on these, I'm not going to use the hard coat because these are porous. Okay, fabric canvas is porous, so I'm going to use my Mod Podge matte for this. Okay, I'm going to use my Mod Podge matte, Pour in a little more here. And these are just super, super fun. All right, so let's do this one first. And I want to encourage you here, when you're doing drawstring bags, keep your design work closer to the bottom. Don't put it like right smack in the middle of the bag, because when we draw this up, it's going to become all gathered at the top. Okay, it's going to become very gathered all at the top. So we want to make sure that our artwork is a little bit more down towards the bottom. And just make sure that you've got good coverage everywhere. So do you see what I'm going to do? I'm going to bring this down. I'm going to bring this down a little bit. Okay. Now with projects like this, when it's on top of fabric, you can use your plastic wrap, or you can use just a chip brush. So if you're using a chip brush, you're just going to kind of start in the center. Sorry if the camera's shaking. And we're just going to go all the way out to the edges. So you really can do either or. They're already going to have some texture on them anyway because of the bag itself. So cute. So this is what I'm talking about. When I draw the drawstring, do you see? So this is all going to become gathered. So it's a good idea not, to make sure that your artwork is a little bit down here. And I think I might need to put a little more, on those corners. I just saw that corner lift. Make sure I have plenty on there. Really cute, fun, and easy. That's what we need for little treats. They need to be cute, quick, and easy. And then you give them to the people that you want to give them to. Your grandkids. Maybe you don't live near your grandkids and you want to send them a treat, something special. Because these little drawstring bags don't have to just hold candy. They could hold all kinds of things. And I want you to keep this in mind for Christmas too, because this is a great creative way to gift small items, to gift gift cards, all kinds of things. Great little for stocking stuffers, Secret Santas, all those kinds of things. And we keep these in stock all the time. So if you purchase some today, I don't know how many people will purchase them over the weekend after watching this, but we'll just continue to have them and order more. All right, I think I'm pretty good on this one. So this is a bigger one. It's a little bigger. So again, I'm going to bring it down a little bit. Okay, I'm going to bring it down a little bit. And I'll just show you again. It's okay. You can use plastic wrap or your pounce brush. Either one is going to be just fine. I love it. So they just look like they're printed right onto the bags. Now, this is going to make the bags a little stiffer, okay? But as you kind of work with them, they'll soften up. But they will be a little stiffer than they were before. So cute. Oops. Okay. Looky here. Do you see how that grabbed? All right. I think the reason that grabbed is because I may have grabbed one of these that I just used that had wet Mod Podge on it. So I'm going to be very careful when I take this off. That happens if you are reusing your sheets and they're not all the way dry, okay? It's actually good that that happened. So if you're reusing your plastic sheets, if they're not all the way dry, they'll actually take the napkin back off. So we have to be careful about that. Cannot be wet. And I can tell that I need a little more right down here. Cute, 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 cute. Okay, so same thing with these. We want them to dry. Let's go ahead and dry these real fast. And then we are going to put a top coat on. Okay. Why are we putting the top coat on? They're drawstring bags, and Cheryl probably posted a link in there. If you want to just go to the website and search drawstring, they'll come up. This is the larger one. These are the larger ones. And this napkin is hanging off the edge just a little bit, so I'm just going to trim that part off. Look how cute. See, look, you can see the canvas through it, right? It looks like it's part of the bag. It's so cool. I just love that. Looks like it's part of the bag. All right, let's move these and we're going to let those dry. We're just going to stage all these things out because I want to show you a couple more here. These are the smaller bags. And here's what I love the smaller bags for. The smaller bags are great for your scraps. So maybe you don't have a whole big piece of a napkin. Like this is one of the napkins that's in your bundle. And I love all these cute little, here, I'll show you over here. These cute little jack-o'-lanterns. They're so cute. And because they're on this light background, guess what? They're just going to blend right in to our bag. Oh, y'all don't let me forget. I need to put wax paper in these. Look how cute this is going to be. Look. So cute. It's just going to blend right in. It's going to be adorable. Let me grab some more wax paper here. And no, there's not a front or a back side to these bags. If you want to decorate both sides, you could. But I usually just decorate the front. So again, got my wax paper inside there. So fun and so easy. And of course, you guys could dress these up even more if you wanted to add extra ribbon. It kind of just depends who you're giving it to, right? We're going to sparkle them up here in a minute. Don't be chintzy. Don't be stingy with the Mod Podge. We need to make sure that it's everywhere. So do you see how I kind of cut this one? Kind of up and around. I pre-cut this one. And now I can just lay this down. I'm just going to pounce this one. And it's just going to look like it's part of the bag. I love that. I love that. One more right here. I have to watch for any little flippy corners or anything like that. Make sure we have plenty of Mod Podge down to hold it all. Thank you for sprinkling, Gail. Appreciate that. Look how cute that is. It just looks like it's part of the bag. They're so cute. They're just so cute. And as you kind of get this, as we get, get these down, of course, I would be putting a thin coat over the top of them. Let's do one more here. And then I think our plates are dry. We can go play with our plates again. Kind of set it up like an assembly line, right? You can just knock them all out. So here's another example. we also have this adorable napkin in here that has these little Halloween donuts on it. Just so cute. I think they're darling donuts, cookies, however you want to look at them. And then I've got some scrap pieces of this black and white polka dot. So same kind of thing. I can just use my scraps to decorate these bags. And yeah, it's so fun. There we go. So it doesn't even have to all be from the same napkin. Just have fun. You have your black and white polka dot napkin in this bundle. You've got the orange and white check napkin in this bundle. Super fun. I know I've had my head down a lot. If y'all are asking questions, ask them again. Use your scraps to make cards, tags, and that doesn't have to just be for Halloween. I'm talking about any kind of napkin scraps that you have. They're just so fun. And even this piece doesn't go quite all the way across, but that's okay. I'm just going to use what I have left. Ooh, I have to get some more Mod Podge out. Let's dip into here. And then even if you want to come back and put maybe some ribbon on them, trim on them, again, I kind of think it depends on who you're giving them to. Who's going to appreciate all that hard work, right? So some of you could definitely dress these up even more if you wanted to. A little more. Right up here. I didn't go up quite high enough. Yeah. Yeah, you can tuck in a piece of chipboard. I'm just using wax paper because it'll be easy to slide out. But again, now I've just got this cute little, I could put another little strip down here. I mean, literally, you just can use your scraps however you want to. And they're just so darling. Look how cute they are. They're just so cute. So when these dry, I'll put just a thin coat of Mod Podge over the top of them. Let's do this one real quick. Not going to take long at all. Just a quick thin coat, just like this. I just want you to see what I'm talking about here. I won't do them all right now. Just over the whole thing. That's going to protect it. Okay. And then we let them dry. And then you can do, and then you can add pin work. You can add stickles. You can do all the sparkle, all the things. Okay. Super, super fun. So let's go back to this plate. Our plate is feeling pretty good and dry. Let me just pop it just for a minute. Make sure. So now anything we do, really, whether they're the drawstring bags or the plates, whatever we do to them, right? We have to seal the napkin before we do anything else. Okay, that's so important because a napkin's purpose in life is to absorb. So if I didn't seal this napkin, whether it's on a drawstring bag or a melamine plate, okay, the napkin would try to absorb the ink. It would make it kind of fuzzy. It's certain types of, especially the glaze pens. If you use the glaze pens on them, it's going to try to absorb the ink. Okay, so we need to be cautious about that. Make sure that it's good and dry. And now, once it's good and dry, we can start having some fun. So the first thing I'm going to use, I'm going to play with the pit pens here because I want you to see pit pens are awesome. They're steadfast when they're dry. They don't react to water again or moisture, anything like that. So I'm going to do a little bit of pen work here first. Okay. I love doing pen work, and this one's going to be really easy to do pen work too. So I could come in with my black pit pen and maybe outline. Maybe I want to do some cute little dots or little doodles. Anything you want to add, right? If I want to come in and maybe do some fun little doodly do around the cheeks, I can do that. Let's do all the letters first. So again, just however you want to do it. Have to make sure that these are, there we go. And I mean, it's just up to you. You can come in and do whatever you want. If you're using the glaze pens, we'll use the glaze pens here in just a second. The glaze pens are a completely different type of ink. It's more like a gel. It's very free flowing and they stay very shiny. They're very cute. Okay. So see, I can come in, I can do inside parts here. Any kind of pen work that you want to add. Okay. So if I want to sparkle these up, and I do, I really do, I can still do this pen work. I can still add my sparkle, even if I want to add resin later. Okay. So I want to make sure you know that this isn't anything I'm doing to this right now. I could still resin over these plates if I wanted to. Okay. So let's go in and let's see. Should we spark? I almost want to like sparkle everything. I want to sparkle everything. Let's do the cheeks. Let's do the hat. Totally up to you. I'm just using the tip of my stickles here to kind of paint in the sparkle. Isn't that cute? Let's go ahead and sparkle the letters. So if you're going to sparkle something like a bigger area of something, sometimes it's good to just kind of squeeze this in, and then you can come back in with a paintbrush and kind of pounce it around. A little easier than trying to use the tip for all of that. Isn't that cute? Let's do this. So I'm just kind of squiggling it in there. I don't think I'm going to resin these. I'm probably just going to leave them because I probably will be using these more as like just candy trays. But I'm just going to use them decoratively first. I'm just going to have them in easels with my other cute little Halloween decor pieces. And then if I want to put them out on the table the night of, I will. A little bit in here inside the now I want to show you what it looks like on black. Isn't that cute? Certain holidays, I just feel like they need to sparkle. Christmas needs to sparkle. Halloween needs to sparkle. Valentine's Day, you know. 4th of July. Just imagine creating these cute little decorative plates with your seasonal napkins. So fun. Isn't that just so cute? So I could leave the pumpkin or I could come in and sparkle the pumpkin. I mean, that's just completely up to you. You can sparkle some things, not sparkle some things. Really darling. Okay, let's work with our other plate here. Okay, so this plate has a lot of detail and it feels really good and dry. Feels really good and dry. So if I wanted to come in and let's see, I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys the glaze pens. Okay, so the glaze pens, we do have color packs. We have brights, and then we have kind of an autumn set and brights, and then we are carrying the black and white in singles. So you can just order a black and white. If you just want to try one out, I promise you with your napkin art, you're going to be using more of the black and the white than probably anything. So this is pretty cool because the thing about the glaze pens and the pit pens too, you can use them on any kind of non-porous surface. Okay. So if I want to use this black, I just want to show you, it is very, you're going to start it off of your page, kind of like I did right there. It is going to be shiny and it is going to be bold. And it takes longer to dry than your pit pens. So you got to be careful about that. And it is kind of it's going to keep this kind of wet look. So I would say to wait about 5 minutes, maybe even a little bit longer. I'm going to try to see if you can see this shine. I don't know. The way I have my lights set up, it might be kind of hard to see it. So if there's anything in here, right, that you want to add this to, it's going to keep this glossy, almost raised look. It almost looks dimensional. Okay. Got kind of more of a dimensional look to it. The other thing that's fun about it is, isn't that funny? There's a black candy cane in here. That's so weird. Well, I guess it is Halloween, but that just seems weird to me. The other thing about it is it's really fun for making like little dip dots, little polka dots. If you can almost like paint in with it if you want to. Let me just do some little dots here. Okay. So if I just want to add just some fun little dots. Okay. They're going to kind of stay raised. They're going to kind of stay dimensional. And it's going to kind of puddle. You have to kind of work kind of fast because if you take too long, it could almost puddle on you. Okay. The one I just used was crystal, but I love crystal, diamond, and unicorn. Those are my 3 favorites. I love all of those. So even like this handle, if we want this handle to look glossy, I can literally paint this handle in. Okay. I'm just kind of just letting that, it's very free flowing, very bold, very free flowing. And I can come in and now this handle is going to look glossy. Isn't that cool? Isn't that neat? There's even a clear, which is kind of fun. So depending on how bold, you want some of this stuff to be, I'm going to use this color on my pumpkin. It's always good to start it on something else first. Just a scrap piece of paper. So this is one from the fall set. So you can come in and you can just kind of color in. It's like pen work, but it's, I don't know. It's just different. It's more like you're using kind of like a liquid gel. It just kind of holds its shape. Takes a little longer to dry. And it's going to be a little more dimensional. So it's fun. You can still add the sparkle. There's still, you know, sparkle that you can add. So I'm just going to kind of color in a little bit around the top of my little treat pail here. And you can add, again, wherever you want to add stuff. Isn't it cute? Yes. Yeah, you can dry it with your heat gun. Yes, you can. You most definitely can. If I wanted to go over some of the words, you know, I could. If, let's see, I have some green. I have a green pen here. This little green looks like a little eyeball thing here. I could kind of color green around that. This has the little stripes in it. Little green colors in it. And I honestly kind of like using both because some of this stuff is really delicate, right? Like the candy corn here, that's more delicate. So if I really want to make that stand out more, I'm more than likely just going to use like my pit pens because it's more delicate. The glaze pens are going to be more bold and they're going to stay wet and shiny. So I like them both. They've been really fun to play with. So everything else looks pretty good. I think I could probably come in maybe and do more work on that little candy right there. Some of the little candies inside here. But I think that looks pretty good. Now I can still come back in with my sparkle. Now you have to be a little careful. I'm just gonna go ahead and kind of go for it here. You would want to make sure that your glaze pens are dry. Your pit pens will dry almost immediately, so don't have to worry about those. So I'm going to try to just use my tip to kind of come in and just sparkle the areas I want to sparkle. So I'm not sparkling over the glaze pens because I want them to stay that shiny look. So then it gives you something kind of different. Oh, I do have to tell you this. I'll tell you this right quick. Hang on. There is a pen in the packs. I'm checking to see if we can bring it in just as a single, but it's clear. It's clear. And I know at first I was thinking, well, why would you want to use clear? But clear is pretty fun because if you wanted to just do clear over like this orange right here, it doesn't change the color to anything. It just makes it shiny, right? It just brings that kind of dimension and that shine. So the clear is pretty cool too. Okay, it's pretty cool. So you can see that I'm adding sparkle. We need this candy. This candy's got to sparkle, right? Have some fun. I don't think anything on these can sparkle enough, right? All the little candies. Even this one, I'm going to be careful to kind of follow within my little trace line here. If you want your candy corn to sparkle, whatever you want. Wasn't that just so cute? If I want my words to sparkle, I could go over the words. But I just think it's just so adorable, right? So once this is completely dry, then I'm good to go. I don't have to do anything else to this unless I want to make it food safe. Okay. And I'm not going to do that with these. Whatever I serve on these is going to probably be treats. It'll probably be wrapped. If it weren't, I could always just put down a little paper doily or an actual napkin. Believe it or not, we can use napkins as napkins. But I just think they're so cute, right? And this would be something then that I would just a gentle cleanup, right? Just a gentle wipe, wash, wipe, dry, that kind of thing. No dishwasher. Don't soak them in a sink of sudsy water. Just literally a quick hand wash. Okay. Yes. So cute. Look at it here. Look how cute that is. Isn't it darling? I make sure you can see it. I'll take some good pictures of these for you. And let's go back to our boo plate. So this boo plate, it's kind of like almost like a yellow orange kind of color. So if you did want to bring in some other color in here, that's where you could come in with your pens. And some of this, I've always wondered about this. Let me just see. Just want to see, like if I tried to use this like a paint, I don't know. I'm just practicing. Let me just play with this for a moment. I'm going to grab a, while it's wet. Oh, you can do that. Okay. That's kind of neat. So if you want to bring in almost like you're kind of shading with them, again, they're going to be very wet. They're very free flowing. You can kind of come in and shade with them. Can y'all even see that? Look at it that way. Do you see? Let me do a little more. So you see where that is? If I come in and just kind of pounce through this, adding a little more orange color. That's kind of cool. I kind of like that. Yeah, who knows what all we can do with these things until we try, right? So let's put some up here. Just have to work kind of cute. And it's still going to have a little bit of the shine to it. That's kind of cute. Kind of like it. And that way this guy can kind of have his own, this cute little pumpkin can kind of have his own look. This is why you need to watch me. Somebody that's not afraid to just come in and try something. Let me try it first, and then you can decide if you like the look or not. But I like that. It gives him her or him his own little texture. Yeah. Very cute. Very cute. What do y'all think? Look how cute that is. Isn't that cute? All right, these are going to be super fun. And like I said, they just look so adorable just on an easel. You can just have them propped up. If you have any plate racks, do y'all have any plate holders or plate racks in your kitchen area? It'd be cute to switch those out just for the seasons. Really a lot of fun. Okay. So much fun. That glossy I was talking about, like the clear, if I wanted to just do clear like over the bats or something, or eyeballs, you know, I mean, that's kind of neat. So these are going to look so cute together. Aren't they darling? They're so cute. All right, let's go back to some treat bags here. Okay, this treat bag I did, oh, it's still pretty wet. I think this is the only one that I put some, I put a top coat on, right? I think so. So we need to make sure these are completely dry. And then if you want to add sparkle to them, you can. If you want to, pin mark's going to be a little bit different on these because the texture is different, right? The texture is going to be different. So just know that you're doing pin mark on top of something now that's fabricy. And so you'll just have to decide, do I want to do that or not? Do I want to just add stickles, right? Maybe all I want to do is just come in and add some stickles so it looks sparkly, right? And just make sure you do this kind of stuff. Our star, our big candy. You don't have to sparkle everything, but it's up to you. But now it's just going to look like sparkle. You don't have to reseal this or anything. The stickles will be fine. You don't have to reseal it. And it's just going to look adorable. Right? So the pin work isn't a have to. It's just something you could do if you wanted to. All right? Does that make sense? Okay, the other thing I wanted to tell you about the white glaze pen. Let me grab my white here. I want to show you this because it kind of took me by surprise at first. Sorry, let me get it. Make sure this one, the white and the clear look so similar. I'm going to just do some right here on this one. I'm going to come in and just kind of, I'm going to do a little dot. When you use the white is the hardest ink to formulate. I don't know if y'all know that. True for ink pads, all the things. It's going to come out clear. It's going to look kind of clear at first. And then it's going to dry white. Okay, it's going to look kind of clear at first. I'm trying to do it nice and prominent here. And then it's going to dry. And I have not used the glaze pens really on something like this because this isn't really non-porous. I think the glaze pens are going to work better on something that's non-porous. And we're going to see what happens because here's the thing. What happens with the glaze is it tries to kind of, even though we've got Mod Podge on here, sometimes it just reacts a little differently because we're on a non-porous surface. So let's see if that one actually was the white. I think it is. We'll see. Maybe that's the clear. They look so similar. And all it takes is for me to get the caps mixed up. Oh, you know what? I think it might have been the clear. So I probably wouldn't use your glaze pens too much on the fabric. I'm just going to dot it back off. I think that might have been the clear. Here's the issue. Look, one of these is clear and one of these is white, but I think I've got my caps mixed up. But it is going to look kind of clear before it turns white. Okay. Just letting you know that. Okay. I think this is so cute. All right. So let's take our I'm going to take out my wax paper. And of course, these will be adorable when they actually have treats stuffed in them. And then when you close them, they're just so cute for treat bags, right? Just adorable for treat bags. So fun and so cute. That's why I like having them down a little bit because they're going to get quite a bit gathered here up at the top. Okay, let's look at some of our other ones here. And again, it's completely up to you. Do you want to sparkle them? You don't have to. You can if you want to. And I'm going to try to kind of show you up close. I mean, it really truly is now it's part of the fabric. It's part of the fabric. When you put the top coat on, it'll stiffen it up just a little bit more, but they're just adorable. They're so cute. So let's tie, look how cute, right? Great for your scraps. It's great for your scraps. Okay. All right. Questions. Anybody have any questions for me? I'll put some of our little pretties down here so that you can see them. This is so fun. So fun, right? Yes. Okay, the glaze was great on your burlap the night, so I'm confused. Why wouldn't it use on the fabric treat bags? Because burlap is sturdier. It's got a sturdier kind of feel to it. And plus, when you Mod Podge over burlap, it's kind of, it doesn't really absorb. It just kind of goes over the top. When you Mod Podge over a fabric like this, that's thinner, it kind of wants to absorb a little bit. Okay, it wants to absorb a little bit. If you know you want to use the glaze pins on the bags, you might need a second coat of Mod Podge on the top. Okay, so that would be my recommendation, because it's just the difference in the fibers. It's the difference in the fibers. Okay, I hope that helps. The 850 is the white. Thank you. I'm going to make sure that yep. Okay. The 850 is the white. Now, I had the lids on the wrong pins. Thank you for telling me that. I'll fix that. Okay. The type of Mod Podge I used, non-porous. Okay. If it's non-porous, non-porous is something that maybe is more slick, or it's glass. I use it for glass. I use it for metal. These melamine plates are a great example. I like to use the purple label, which is hard coat. We carry this in the shop also. I know not all craft stores carry the hard coat. I love it. Really, the two forms of Mod Podge I use are hard coat and the matte. Okay, so non-porous, we're going to go hard coat. Porous, right? Fabric, different things like that. Wood sometimes is non-porous. Well, wood is non-porous unless it's coated. I use the matte. Okay. Okay. I hope that helps. This was really fun.